In this podcast episode, I'm going to explain the step number 5, build the bridge to the open position with a cover letter of the 7-step method, Fast Lane to the Perfect Job, I have developed to maximize the success of my coaching clients. If you haven't watched the pilot episode yet, in which I give an overview of the whole approach, I recommend watching that episode first before coming back to this one. You will find the link to it in the video description. Hello and welcome to my podcast channel. I'm Michael Kaiser. I work as an international career coach and I help managers and specialists get the job they want with a new employer abroad. Although cover letters have lost some of their importance over the last 20 years, they are usually still expected and an excellent means of bridging the gap between your CV or resume and the specific positions you are applying for. In most cases, it would be too time-consuming to adapt your CV or resume perfectly to each advertised position and the company behind it. And there is no need for it as long as A, your CV or resume is well composed in general, and B, you provide the reader with a little guidance in the form of your cover letter on how to read and understand your CV or resume. However, the widespread approach of filling cover letters with empty phrases that do not refer to the positions the job seekers are applying for or for which they have no justification in their CVs or resumes is not good enough to reach this goal. So, do not write something like this. I have read your vacancy ad for a secretary with great interest and I would like to apply for this position. I am communicative, motivated, and have a talent for organization. Here's another bad example. In my previous jobs, I have always reliably fulfilled my tasks. Teamwork is of high priority for me, but I can also work by myself. The results of my work have therefore always been appreciated by my superiors and colleagues. None of that is a good idea. The following example shows the right way. Being a regular reader of the trade magazine Back Office Trends, your job advertisement in the June 2025 issue for the position of Chief Secretary in the Materials Procurement Department particularly appealed to me. Due to my current position as assistant to the management of Nanopress Limited, I have been familiar with the typical requirements of secretarial work for higher management levels and material purchasing for more than 3 years now. I hold my current employer in high regard, but since it is a medium-sized company, there are hardly any further development prospects for me. The position you have advertised would therefore be an ideal next step. It would enable me to continue using my network of supplier contacts, developed over 7 years, to successfully support my supervisor and, at the same time, gain more international work experience. As my positive example has shown, your cover letter ideally tells a short story through which the recipient learns the following about you. First aspect, show that you are already somewhat familiar with the hiring company. Second aspect, show that you understand the open position, its tasks, and especially how to be successful in it. Third aspect, explain why your career to date provides an excellent basis for this. This functions as proof of your competence. Fourth aspect, explain how you will personally benefit from the new job. This functions as proof of your motivation. And the fifth aspect, explain why you will make a significant contribution to the success of the company already in the near future. Depending on the specific circumstances, the first two aspects may not always be quite as important. This is usually the case if the work is less industry related, like that of a receptionist, for example. However, if they do play a role and you do not have sufficient information about them yet, you should research these two aspects before you write your cover letter and not wait to be told about them by the hiring manager during the job interview. The last three aspects, on the other hand, are always important and should therefore always be included in your cover letters. These three must make the readers curious to learn more about you and must draw their attention to the relevant highlights in your CV or resume. Wrapping your job applications in cover letters of this quality will not only help maximize the number of invitations for job interviews, but also increase your chances of becoming the candidate of choice. That's it in a nutshell. You can find detailed instructions on how to write convincing cover letters in my online guide, Race to the Perfect Job. The link to it is also in the video description. Or, if you would like me to help you with your job search in person as a professional career coach, I'll be very happy to support you. If this is of interest to you, go to my website and click on the big button to apply for a free orientation call with me. In this call, we will analyze your current situation and needs in detail, and we will also find out how I can help you best to reach your goals fast. There is also our LinkedIn group for managers and specialists on the way to their dream job abroad, where you can network with others on this wonderful journey and receive further tips and tricks on the matter several times a week. If you're not a member yet, we hope to welcome you today. If you haven't subscribed to this podcast channel yet, now is the perfect time to do so. Make sure to also activate the bell in order not to miss out on any new episodes in the future. I'd appreciate it a lot if you leave me a like, as this helps others to discover this channel as well. And please leave me a comment with your thoughts, questions and suggestions for future episodes. That's it for today. As always, I wish you the very best for your job search abroad, and I'll be back here very soon.